Hey guys, well, welcome back. Today I have swatches to share with you for the May 2020 polish pickup. The theme of the month is Candyland, and if you're not familiar with what polish pickup is, it's a monthly collaborative website that goes live on the first Friday of every month at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and it's a pre-order where you can order various different items like nail polish, stamping stuff, like nail care items, wax from, various indie makers, and it's all based on the theme, and the theme is Candyland for the month. And they offer combined shipping, which is very cool. So let's say you want to make an order on Friday, and then you make another order on Saturday, and then you make another final order on Monday. It all will get combined, and you will get the low shipping price of $3. They will refund you the other $3 that you're charged for each order when they ship it. If you're in Canada, I do believe it's $5 as their flat rate shipping, and other countries, I believe, definitely check the website for all the information on their shipping policies there. I will have the Polish Pickup website linked down below along with their Instagram, and why don't we go ahead and jump into this? I have, I think, 25 products to look at this month. I'm not sure, I haven't counted, but I think that's what my collage was for. So let's start. And the first polish that we're going to have a look at tonight is from Alchemy Lacquers, and this is Darkside. Darkside is going to sell for $11.50. Comes in a 12 milliliter bottle. There will be 125 bottles available in the United States and 10 for the UK. This was inspired by the limited edition Darkside Skittles, and Darkside is described as a vampy dark blue with green to blue to purple to pink shimmer with a scattered holographic finish. This polish had the most excellent formula. It went on so smoothly and evenly. It stayed exactly where I put it. I had no running, no pooling, no staining. This has a very prominent purple shimmer, which just did not want to appear on my camera, but you will definitely have no trouble noticing it when it's on your fingers. So that is Darkside from Alchemy Lacquers. The next polish is from Bee's Knees Lacquer, and this is Chewnicorn. This is going to sell for $12. Come in a 15 milliliter bottle, and there is no cap, so you can buy as many as you wish. This was inspired by the Chewnicorn from Viva Pinata, and it is described as a pale baby blue polish full of red to green shifting shimmer. This polish had a wonderful formula. As always with Bee's Knees, it goes on very smoothly and very evenly. They have that wide paddle brush, which personally I really like. It makes for a nice clean application. Nothing in there is going to dry textured, and nothing is going to be difficult to remove. I was able to achieve full opacity in 3 coats. So my swatches are going to show you 3 coats and a glossy top coat of Bee's Knees Lacquers Chewnicorn. The next polish that we're going to have a look at is from by Dany Vianna, and this is Zombie Rainbow. It is going to sell for $11.50, come in an 11 milliliter bottle. There are 200 available in the US, 10 in the UK. They drew their inspiration from the limited edition zombie flavored Skittles that were for Halloween. It is described as a gray curly base with multicolored metallic microflakes. It's had an excellent formula. It went on very smoothly, very evenly. It's exactly where I put it. No running, no pooling, no staining. I did have a few black pigment streaks that came up, which I contacted the maker, and she assured me that the blogger batches are mixed by hand, where the batches that are mixed for customers use a machine to mix them, so they will not have the issues, and she will make sure of that. So nothing in there is going to dry textured, and nothing is going to be difficult to remove. This polish is beautiful. You know I love these metallic microflakes. It's gorgeous. This next polish that we're going to have a look at is from by Vanessa Molina, and it is called Wild Berry. It is coming in a 10 milliliter bottle, and there is no cap. This took inspiration from the Skittles flavor combo, Wild Berry and Tropical, and it is a thermal polish which goes from blue to purple with violet shimmer and iridescent flakes in purple to pink to blue. This polish had a wonderful formula. It went on so smoothly, so evenly. It's exactly where I put it. I had no running, I had no pooling, no staining. Nothing in there is going to dry textured or give you any kind of difficulty to remove. My swatch photos are going to show you 3 coats and a glossy top coat of Wild Berry. This thermal was very reactive and so much fun. The next polish that we're going to have a look at is from Cupcake Polish, and this is Rock My World. It is going to sell for $13, come in a 15 milliliter bottle, and there is no cap, so you can buy as many as you wish. This was inspired by rock candy and is described as a purpley pink jelly nail polish that is filled with orange to gold to green shifting iridescent flakes and orange to gold to green shifting iridescent shimmer. This polish had a wonderful formula. It went on smoothly and evenly. It was very easy to apply. I had no application issues. There was no running, no pooling, no staining. It does have a lot of flakes in it, so you might have the teeniest little bit of texture, but it is not the texture that's going to give you any difficulty to remove. It will remove very easily. And it took me 3 coats to achieve full opacity. So my swatches are going to show you 3 coats of Cupcake Polish's Rock My World, and it was topped with the Glisten and Glow glossy top coat. Next up is from Cuticula, and this is Magically Delicious. It is going to sell for $12. Come in a 15 milliliter bottle. There will be 340 bottles available in the United States and 10 for the UK. This was inspired by unicorn bark. Magically Delicious is described as a soft purple crelly with a gold, royal blue, fuchsia, and green metallic flakes, orange, bright pink, violet, and baby blue holographic microflakes, and micro gold metallic flakes. I thought this polish had a wonderful formula. It went on very smoothly and very evenly. It stayed right where I put it. It does have a lot going on in there, but it is not going to dry textured, and it's not going to give you any kind of difficulty to remove. I had absolutely no application issues with this, no running, no pooling, and no staining. I find it's easiest for me to work in thin coats because it gives me that squishy kind of depth, which I personally absolutely love. So that was 3 coats of Magically Delicious and a glossy top coat. The glossy top coat I used is from Cuticula, and it was their Power Couple Duo for the month. You can get this for $16. It is only sold as the Duo. Power Couple consists of Mic Drop Base Coat and Limitless Top Coat. This is a look at their Mic Drop Base Coat. It is in the scent Sweet Escape. It is a candied effervescent concoction of pink lemonade, citron, candied strawberry, and lime zest with loads of sugarcane, followed with ripe berries. This reminded me of, do you remember the candies you used to get at Halloween? Smarties. This reminded me of Smarties because I absolutely loved Smarties. They were the first thing I would dig out of the bag, and the biggest thing my mom would yell at me because it's pure sugar and, you know, you're going to ruin your teeth. But that is what this reminded me of. It's not overpowering. It's a very delicate scent, but you can definitely smell the sweet candy flavor of it. It's very excellent. I love the scent. Mic Drop Base Coat, which you just saw me apply, is a wonderful base coat. It is all the base coats that you can want in one. And it's not like a shampoo and conditioner where it's everything in one, but it doesn't do a good job at anything. This actually does a really, really good job. It is a wonderful ridge filler. It is a sticky base coat, and it is a strengthening base coat. I honestly, I only really use this one now because it is just the best of anything you can imagine. And the other part of the Power Couple is Limitless Top Coat. It dries really quickly. It is what I use for all my swatching because of how quickly it dries. I've never had shrinkage with it. It is great with hollow finishes. It doesn't dull hollow. You can use it with your stamping, which you're going to see me do here at the end of this video. I did a cute little nail art look for Sweet Escape with the Power Couple. I used the base coat, and then I stamped on this cute little cat design. Kind of reminded me of a cat escaping into space, so I wanted to use this one. And I stamped with her stamping polish, Elaine, and the Limitless does not smear the nail art, which you're going to see. My nail art is flawless. Go in and float. Just take a big bead and float it, and you won't have any trouble. Basically, the only time I smear my nail art is if I don't have enough nail polish on the brush, and then it smears. But the Power Couple is also 5 free. I forgot to say that. And there you have it. That is Cuticula's Power Couple. This next polish is a Dollish polish, and it's called Where My Peeps At. It sells for $12.50, comes in a 15 milliliter bottle, and there is no cap. It was inspired by Marshmallow Peeps. It is described as a bright turquoise crelly with subtle indigo shimmer, and it is packed with hot pink, orange, yellow, green, blue, and purple matte micro glitter. This polish had an excellent formula. It went on very smoothly and very evenly. It stayed exactly where I put it. I used 3 coats to achieve full opacity. I do have a tendency to use lighter, thinner coats for these types of glitter polishes. I find it just spreads evenly and gives it a more kind of depth feeling. This will dry texture because there is a lot of glitter in there, and it is going to give you a little bit of difficulty for removal. I used 1 coat of a top coat, but if you really want a glassy look, I'd suggest going in with 2 coats because it does kind of sink in a little bit to the polish, and it wasn't as glossy as I prefer, but that is to be expected with a glitter polish. And next is Dreamland Lacquers Bubblemint. This is going to sell for $12. It was going to come in a 15 milliliter bottle. It is going to have 180 bottles available in the US, 20 for the UK. It was inspired by Mint Arrow, and it is described as a minty pastel green crelly with iridescent flakies and a touch of hollow glitter. This polish had a wonderful formula. It went on very smoothly and very evenly, stayed right where I put it. It is going to start off a little bit sheer, but I was able to build to, I'd say, like 95% opacity in 3 coats. If you go in for thicker coats than I do, I'm sure you won't have any problem reaching full opacity. With this, I just tend to work in thinner coats. It's just my nature. But nothing in there is going to dry textured or be difficult to remove. So Dreamland Lacquers Bubblemint you are seeing in 3 coats and a glossy top coat. Next up is from DRK Nails, and this is Raspberry in Blue. It is going to sell for $13. It comes in a 12 milliliter bottle, and there will be 200 bottles available in the US. This was inspired by 7 Below, a Brazilian candy, and it is described as a blue jelly base that's mixed with lots of iridescent flakes, red, gold, and green. It can be used as a topper as well. It's had a wonderful formula. It went on very smoothly and very evenly. It had no application issues. There was no running, no pooling. I had no staining with this. It is not going to dry textured, and it is not going to be difficult to remove. This polish I reached full opacity in 3 coats with. It is just absolutely beautiful, and that shimmer just shines off the nail. I absolutely love this one. I do find it leans a little bit more blurple for me under my lights than it did blue, but there you have it, 3 coats and a glossy top coat. Next up is also from DRK Nails, and this is a topper. It is called Too Much Fun. It is $12.50. It will come in a 12 milliliter bottle, and there will be 150 bottles available in the US. It was inspired by sprinkles over the Brigadeiro, a popular Brazilian candy. It is a fun, multicolored topper that is a mix of 7 different iridescent pastel flakies. I have it shown for you here over 4 different colors, so you can get an idea of how it looks over a bunch of different ones. Instead of me just doing one, I thought it would be like a better idea to just do a bunch of different ones so you can see how it looks over dark and light colors. It applied evenly and across the nail. I didn't have to do any fishing for it. Nothing in it is going to dry textured. Nothing in it is going to be difficult to remove. All I needed was a 1 coat over each nail and 1 nice swipe, because DRK has that nice wide paddle brush, so it is a very quick and easy manicure to go over your cream polishes. And there you have it, over a dark blue, a lighter blue, a kind of, I don't know, pewter color, and a pink. Next up is from Jreine, and this is a Radioactive Nom Nom. That is going to sell for $13, come in a 16 milliliter bottle, and there is no cap. It was inspired by neon green rock candy, and it is described as a radioactive neon green with a vibrant red, gold to green chromatic shifting shimmer. This polish had a wonderful, wonderful formula for how much of a light neon color it is, and the shimmer just pops off the nail. It is extremely vibrant. It is so beautiful. Photos in this video cannot do it justice. It goes on very smoothly and evenly. Jreine's another one with one of those wide paddle brushes that I absolutely adore. It makes for a nice, smooth, easy application, barely any cleanup. Nothing in this polish is going to dry textured, and nothing is going to be difficult to remove. I used 3 coats for full opacity on Radioactive Nom Nom and a glossy top coat. This next one is also from Jreine, and this is their Pixie Magic kit. This month it is in the Pigment Confection. It is going to sell for $15. It was inspired by candy. The Pixie Magic kit in Confection has a sparkling shift from purple to pink to gold to blue. It is a kit that comes with the base coat and the powder and the burnishing applicator. I have it shown for you here in over Jreine's Winkle, I believe that's it's called the name. It is a beautiful periwinkle color, and it is a one coater, so it is very nice and easy to pair with these kits because it is a very quick base color to apply. So basically what you do with this is you apply your nail polish color and your top coat, and then you let it dry, and then once it's nice and dry you apply the base coat that comes with the kit, and then you let that dry for like 45 seconds, and then you take the powder and you apply the powder over the polish and the special base coat. So you basically just use the applicator or your finger, it depends on whichever you're more comfortable with, and you just burnish it on. So that's what you're going to see me doing here. I just take it and I put it on the eyeshadow applicator brush, and I'm just rubbing it in. I'm giving it a nice, good application, which is why you're definitely going to want to wait until your polish is nice and dry underneath. And which is why one coaters I find work better, because I think they dry quicker and they're easier to work with when you're going to be doing something like this. You don't have to worry about it peeling up, you know, because that's a pain in the butt. Then you've got to, you know, redo it. So these one coaters work excellently for that. So you just burnish the powder on, and then I used liquid latex around my nails, but you can also just, I remove it also very quickly with just a baby wipe, or after you seal it up with a glossy top coat, you could also just wash your hands once it's dry, and it'll get rid of any of the excess powder on your skin. If you want to do it that way, you can do it in a bunch of different ways, but all you need is a regular glossy top coat. You don't need any special products for this Pixie Magic kit, which is why it's one of my favorites and pretty much the only powder I'll even consider using, because regular powders are really a pain in the butt. This one is just so easy to work with. It is just lovely. Like, there's nothing about it that's just aggravating like powders can be. It's just, it goes on really easily, and you don't need anything special. It's just a pleasure to work with. So all I do is I take off the latex, I clean up a bit, and then I go in with my normal top coat. You know, I like Cuticula's Limitless, and that's what I'm going to use here. And there you have it. And you can get a bunch of different manicures off of the same little pod. Next up is from Kathleen & Co., and this is Swirly Whirly Taffy. It is going to sell for $12. There will be 290 bottles available in the US and 10 in the UK. This was inspired by Taffy, and it is described as a neon turquoise base with neon pink hex glitters in various sizes. This polish had a wonderful formula. It went on very smoothly and evenly. It was very easy to work with. I had no application issues at all. There was no running, no pooling, no staining. This is a glitter, so it is going to be a little bit more difficult to remove, but the glitters aren't like crazy dense, so you're not going to really need to scrub like you would with a more denser glittered polish. So this one I'd say is like a medium difficulty for removal. It's actually not that bad at all. I absolutely love it. There's a vibrant blue color mixed with the neon pink glitters. It's so pretty. And I was able to reach full opacity in just 3 coats, and I topped it off with 1 coat of a glossy top coat. Next up is from Lollipop Posse Lacquer, and this is called Skip to the Sweet Shop. It is going to sell for $13. Comes in a 12 milliliter bottle. There's no cap. It was inspired by candy sprinkles. The name Skip to the Sweet Shop was taken from the I Want Candy song by MC Pee Pants from the Aqua Teen Hunger Force episode Mick Pee Pants. Skip to the Sweet Shop is a neon purple base that is filled with bright pink shifting iridescent flakes, iridescent shifting micro glitters, and holographic accents. This had a wonderful formula for everything that is going on in there. It went on like a dream. It had no application issues. There's no running, no pooling, no staining. I also did not find this to be difficult to remove for everything that is going on, and I did not notice a texture to it, so I don't think it's going to dry textured on you. 1 coat of a glossy top coat, however, will make it nice and glassy for you. So this was 3 coats of Lollipop Posse Lacquer Skip to the Sweet Shop. This next polish is from LynBDesigns, and it's called Salty Bish. It is going to sell for $12. It is inspired by saltwater taffy. It comes in a 15 milliliter bottle, and there is no cap. It is described as a pastel cornflower blue base with blue to purple to green and pink to blue to purple shifting flakes, pink to purple to gold shifting shimmer, and hollow microflakes. This polish had an absolutely wonderful formula. It went on very smoothly and evenly. It stayed right where I put it. Those flakes are just beautiful in this like light base. They shine all different kinds of colors. I really, really enjoyed this one. I was able to achieve full opacity in 3 coats. Nothing in there is going to dry textured or give you a hard time to remove. So that was 3 coats of LynBDesigns Salty Bish and a glossy top coat. Next up is from Moonflower Polish, and this is Dulce de Coco. It is going to sell for $12.50. It comes in a 15 milliliter bottle. There will be 50 bottles available in the US and none in the UK. This was inspired by traditional artisan Puerto Rican candy made from coconuts. It is described as an off-white shimmery crelly with iridescent microflakes. This is sheerer than Moonflower's usual polishes, so it didn't really overwhelm and lose the flakes, but I was able to stamp with it over dark colors. So you're going to see a quick little video of that next. The polish itself had a wonderful formula. It went on very smoothly and very evenly for me. It did not have any application issues. There was no running, no pooling, there was no staining. This polish removed very easily. It did not dry textured, and it was not difficult to remove. So here you're going to see I just did a quick little stamp over a black polish. I chose this design because I thought it kind of looked spiderwebby, and the shimmery white of it I thought would look really cool that way. But it stamps really easily. It picked up for me the first time, every time, without any kind of issue. And it came off the stamper. It didn't dry too quickly. There was no issues with this as a stamping polish whatsoever, but I could see you wouldn't really be able to stamp with this over a white or any color that was kind of similar because it is a lighter color. So there you have Dulce de Coco stamped over black, and I also showed it to you before in 3 coats and a glossy top coat. This next polish that we're going to have a look at is from Pampered Polishes. It is called Double Stripes Break Doy. It is going to sell for $13. It comes in a 15 milliliter bottle, and there is no cap. This was inspired by Sugar Rush from Wreck-It Ralph. It is described as a soft pink crelly with colorful ultrachrome chameleon flakes, bright blue microflakes, iridescent microflakies, and a smattering of hollow. This polish had a wonderful formula. It went on very smoothly and very evenly. It stayed exactly where I put it. I did choose to work in thinner coats, so I am going to be showing you what 3 coats looks like swatched on my nails today. I like to work in thinner coats with flaky polishes like this just to get as much depth as I can out of it, but nothing in there is going to dry textured and nothing will be difficult to remove. So I'm showing you 3 coats of Pampered Polishes Double Stripes Break Doy and a glossy top coat followed by a matte top coat. This next polish is from Penelope Loose, and it is Love Apple. It is going to sell for $12, come in a 10 milliliter bottle, and there is no cap. It was inspired by Sweet Apple, a very popular candy in Brazil. It is a magnetic polish that is a deep red with sparkle and shimmer. This polish had a wonderful formula. It was very opaque for me. It probably could have been opaque like in 1 coat, but I chose to go in for 2. It did deepen the color a little bit. It applies very smoothly and evenly. There was no application issues whatsoever. I just apply the magnet here for a couple seconds, and the magnetic line is very visible and apparent. It's very easy to work with. I did find that the color changed to a very beautiful red when I applied my top coat. So this polish will give you a little bit of a different look whether you use a top coat or not. I absolutely adore it in red with the top coat. It is just stunning. But I do show it to you right here, the difference between without and with the top coat. Next up is also from Penelope Lutz, and it is a topper. It is called Sweet and Shine. It is going to sell for $12, come in a 10 milliliter bottle, and there is no cap. This is inspired by Candy with Glitters. It is a magnetic top coat. It comes with Galaxy Gold glitter and a little orange iridescent flake. The magnetic portion of this is so beautiful and so drastic. It is so pretty. I chose to do it over a like deep purple kind of color, like a purpley red kind of color. I thought it was really pretty, kind of a royal effect. And the magnetic line was really responsive and it held up really nicely. I'm going to show it to you here over the cream polish in one coat. It's spread out very nicely. I didn't need to fish for anything. I didn't even need to try. I just spread it on my nail and applied the magnet, and it was beautiful. And there you have it in one coat. Next up is from Polished for Days, and this is Peach of My Heart. It is going to sell for $12.50, come in a 15 milliliter bottle, and there's no cap. It was inspired by peach hearts, and it is described as a peachy jelly base that is packed with glowing pink to yellow to green, iridescent shifting flakies. This polish had a wonderful formula, as always from Polished for Days. It goes on very smoothly and very evenly. It stayed exactly where I put it. I had no running, no pooling, I had no staining. This polish will not dry textured, and it will not be difficult to remove. It does start off a little bit sheer, but I was able to achieve full opacity in just 3 coats. This polish is one of those chameleon kind of polishes where it's going to look like a peach color in one light, or it's going to look like a pink in another. You know, it might even lean a little bit orange. This polish was absolutely beautiful, absolutely stunning, and the depth of all those flakes when I work in thin coats, I just absolutely adore it. So this was 3 coats of Polished for Days Peach of My Heart and a glossy top coat. Just look at those flakes, like how beautiful is that? This next polish is from Quixotic Polish, and it is called Delicioso. It is going to sell for $13, come in a 12 milliliter bottle, and there is no cap. It was inspired by purple and blue gummy bears. It is described as a deep maroon base that gives way to a steel blue shimmer that shifts from purple to magenta and even orange at extreme angles. The formula on this was wonderful, as always from Quixotic Polish. It goes on very smoothly and very evenly. It stayed exactly where I put it. I had no running, no pooling, I had no staining. This polish is not going to dry textured, and it will not be difficult to remove. And I was just blown away by how many shifts were in this polish. I took so many photos of this. It was insane. I actually apologized to Mary, the maker, for how many photos I was sending her. It is stunning, and you have to see it to believe it. Like, I kind of caught a little bit here with my little nail dance, but pictures can't do it justice. This next polish is from Red Eye Lacquer, and it is called Don't Go Dragging My High Chews. It is going to sell for $12.50. It comes in an 11 milliliter bottle. There will be 150 bottles available in the US, 15 in the UK. It was inspired by dragon fruit flavored High Chews candy. It is a neon magenta corelli with black galaxy hollow glitters and a white shimmer. This polish had a beautiful formula. It went on so smoothly and so evenly. Neon colors always have me a little scared when I apply them, but this one, the formula is superb. Nothing in there gave me any kind of difficulty to remove. Those little glitters are super tiny, and it didn't dry textured. 1 coat of a glossy top coat made it nice and classy for me. The last polish that we're going to have a look at today is from Wildflower Lacquer. Candy is dandy, but liquor is quicker. It sells for $13. It will come in a 15 milliliter bottle. There are 200 bottles available in the US and 20 for the UK. It was inspired by Willy Wonka. It is described as a purple tinted base with strong red to gold shimmer, a rainbow of UCC flakies, crystal flakies, and scattered hollow. This polish had a wonderful formula. It went on smoothly and evenly. It stayed exactly where I put it. I had 0 application issues, no running, no pooling, no staining. This is not going to dry textured, and it is not going to be difficult to remove. There's a lot going on here, but no worries. It is very easy to remove. I was able to reach full opacity in just 3 easy coats. So my swatches of Wildflower Lacquer: candy is dandy, but liquor is quicker, in 3 coats, and a glossy top coat. I do want to give Rogue Lacquer a mention here at the end because my bottle is still on its way to me, so I wasn't able to include this in the video, but keep an eye out as soon as I get it. If I get it before polish pickup ends, I will post it in the polish pickup group with the swatch video. But it is a beautiful polish that was inspired by Jawbreakers. It is white Crelly that is just packed with those metallic flakes that I absolutely love. They're red, gold, and blue microflakes. It is a stunning polish. Definitely check it out on the Polish Pickup website. It is beautiful. So that wraps up this video. I hope it wasn't too long. It's going to be about at least 30 minutes, if not more. I hope you enjoyed everything. Tell me what your favorite was. Let me know what you're going to pick up. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will talk to you next time. Bye, guys.